Whatever, it's fine. Ugh. That can be the opening of the video. Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of Why Would You Show Me This? I am Will.
And I'm Dani.
And today it was my pick, or this week, today and this week, it was my pick. And I picked from my past, Plaga Zombie, Mutant Zone. This is a zombie film from Argentina, and it's one that I discovered when I was 1920, something in there. So I shall read the synopsis for everyone.
Please do.
An alien virus being tested by the FBI infects a small town, transforming people into killer mutant zombies. The FBI decides to isolate the town from the rest of the world, but this is a decision that a few survivors will not accept. John West, a pro wrestler, Bill Johnson, a medical student, and Max Giggs, a computer nerd, engage in brutal combat with thousands of zombies as they search for a map that contains details on the only exit. Yay.
Yay.
What did you think?
It was alright.
All right.
It wasn't one of my favorites.
No. But I mean, at least, you know, it's a fairly, excuse me, it is a fairly innocuous film. There's nothing terrible in it that's going to make you upset.
No.
That's always a bar for you. as long as it's just not making you upset.
No, there's like kind of child killing in a way.
There is a kid does get murdered by a zombie in a car right in the first 15, 20 minutes.
That wasn't even the one I was talking about.
What were you talking about?
The John West fan.
He wasn't a kid. He was an adult.
He had the mind of a child.
It seemed that way.
Yes.
He was still an adult, though.
It was tough, though.
So an adult that has the mind of a child being killed is worse than a child being killed.
I didn't say it was worse.
That's the one you remembered.
It's bad. Here's the thing. We do not see the aftermath of the actual child. We see the aftermath of the adult who has the mind of a child.
Yes, we do.
And we spend more time with the adult who has the mind of a child and get to know him a little bit better and know that he is not malicious in any way.
No. But he is trying to take someone's spot.
No, he isn't.
They like him more.
Okay, we should wait till we get to
that.
Okay,
so this movie is basically it's slapstick splatter, basically. Mm-hmm. It's
Argentinian Evil Dead.
Yes, it's in the vein of Evil Dead and Brain Dead,
mm-hmm.
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive.
Some people might know it as Dead Alive,
mm-hmm.
even though I don't like that title.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. This movie is very funny to me. I mean, it's a good comedy. It's got great special effects. What I did not know, this DVD, Mutant Zone, is the second film in the series of films, and this also does come with the first film, just Plaga Zombie. Mm-hmm. But there is also two other ones. I did not know that they made a third and a fourth film in the Plaga Zombie series.
You did ask me if I wanted to watch the first one after this.
Yeah.
And I said no.
She said no. Yes. I showed her the second one because the first one is it's like they're both low budget, mm-hmm. but the first one is a lot more low budget than the second one. Mm-hmm. So I figured you don't really need to see the first one. I mean, basically it's these group of people and they are fighting the zombies, and then in the beginning of the second movie they're just quarantined. Mm-hmm. And that's they let you know basically right at the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Gotcha. So, what did you think of the characters?
I liked them. I did not like the helmeted glasses character.
Max?
No.
No, why didn't you like him?
Because I knew right away that
there's something wrong with him.
Yeah, there's something wrong with him, and he seems the petty type.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and he's kind of he's acting crazy throughout the entire movie, basically.
He's very anxious.
He's very,
he's very anxious to kill.
Yes.
Yeah, he wants to kill very much, and that is kind of off-putting.
Yeah, he's very into killing the zombies. And what John West? What about John West?
John West is fine.
John West. John West.
Yeah. I didn't care for the song.
Danny hates the song. That's my favorite part of the movie.
I don't hate the song. It's just you sing it over and over again so much.
It gets stuck in your head.
It does, but not in a good way.
I disagree.
Okay.
So basically, there really isn't much of a story with Plaga Zombie.
Not really. No.
I mean, the synopsis gives you pretty much everything. The movie is basically our three characters trying to get out of the city that they are quarantined in with the zombies.
True.
And that's the main premise, and it's just there to show them killing the shit out of a bunch of zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And other people, and the zombies killing the shit out of them. Not them specifically, but other people.
Yep.
There's a little subplot that doesn't get resolved to the end, where every house they go into in the city, the knives are missing.
Yes.
So they don't have anything to fight with, because there's no knives.
It does get resolved, though, because somebody says...
At the end.
Somebody says distribute the knives.
Yes.
And that's where all the knives
come
out.
So what happened was there was some sort of group of people going throughout, I guess, getting the knives so they can then go to the zombie headquarters that they have at the end of the film and kill the zombies. Yes. But before we do that, so we got our characters are going, and they are trying to find this floppy disk. It shows, it dates this movie, 2001, I think is when it was made. That has the map on it to get out of the city. They find the floppy disk and put it in, and it's going to take 12 hours for the map to download.
Correct.
So within this time, they go to John West's house.
Well, before they label the countdown as an explosive.
Yes, so no one will mess with it.
So no one will touch it.
But then they go to John West's house, and that is my favorite part of the movie, the song that we were talking about.
Yes.
So John West, as I said in the synopsis, he is a wrestler. He is a pro wrestler. And at this point, he has kind of fallen down in his time as a wrestler, and he's not really cared about as a wrestler.
He's not as popular.
But he will not let himself, he's in denial. So they go into his house, and they go into this room, and everywhere on the walls it's just John West stuff. It looks like it's children's drawings.
Oh yeah.
There's like posters, there's action figures, there's everything you can think of. And
see, I was under the impression that it was that kid's house.
Who?
The kid who's the other man.
No, it's John West's house.
I was not aware that was John West's house.
Yes, that is his own little shrine to himself.
Okay.
Yes. So, and the kid that Danny was talking about, that is a adult with a child's brain. Basically, in the beginning of the movie, there are two body bags. One they open up, and it's the third character, Max. And then there's another one that they cannot get open. So they basically carry it around with them for like the first half hour of the movie. And then we get to John West's house, and they open it up, and it is another character named Max, who Bill and John West seem to like a little bit more than the original Max.
He's nicer.
He's very naive.
He's not as homicidal.
No, he's not as like crazy, like ADHD as Max is, as the original Max is. So my favorite scene with the song is the new Max, because he is a John West fan. And John West is like, "Oh, you're a fan? Well, let me show you everything that I have." And then he puts the song on, and it's great. It is on YouTube, so if you just search it on YouTube, John West song, you'll find it. It's really good. I think the movie's probably on YouTube too, I think. But yeah, and then I mean, it is a little hard to talk about the movie because it's just setup after setup for kills and gore.
Pretty much.
So that's my fault for choosing this movie this week. But I also chose it because it's something I haven't watched it in a while, and it was fun to watch again. At this point, with 22 episodes, it's getting harder to think about what to show you.
Yeah.
So I can get a reaction out of you.
No, I get that. I get that.
I'm trying to think of the craziest movies
Mhm.
that I have seen to show you.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to kill him necessarily.
No, like especially that gruesomely.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they leave Max with new Max.
Which is a bad idea.
Bad idea. To go get some food.
Mhm.
They're going to get steaks.
Yeah, they're gonna go get steaks.
And then original Max goes all homicidal and kills the shit out of the new Max.
And new Max is like just trying to like be friends with him and be like, hey, here's my drawing.
Yeah.
Of us.
He did make the original Max look kind of fucked up in the drawing.
Original Max is fucked up.
I mean,
he's just drawing what he sees. You know what I mean? Like if you look at Max, he's not like inviting. He's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, he's got like these big old glasses, and he's wearing like this like hockey
he's covered
helmet.
in blood.
Everybody starts off the movie covered in blood, and they are never not covered in blood.
And they are never
throughout
not
the entire movie.
Yeah, so
yeah.
But still, like it's not like his drawing is not accurate. It is.
Yeah. And
it is also not grounds for getting horribly mutilated.
No, he does go off the deep end.
Yeah, he does.
For sure. And then at the end of the movie, he basically turns into a zombie. He has like a zombie arm.
Yeah, and John West like abandons him when he gets attacked.
John West just like because he killed the other Max, who was John West's biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
He just lets original Max get murdered by zombies.
Yep.
Yeah.
He actually watches. He stands there and watches that.
And then he walks away.
And then he walks away.
Yeah. So you know what? Despite like this movie being like a splatter, like just a splatter movie, there's some like good character moments.
You
and stuff
haven't even
in there.
talked about the third character that's in the group.
Bill? Oh yeah, Bill is like the main character basically of the movie as well. I mean, Bill is our Ash basically.
He's very quiet.
He's super quiet. Yeah, he's Ash if Ash didn't talk that much.
That's true, because Ash talks a lot.
Ash with no catchphrases.
That's right.
But yeah, obviously, I mean, as you can see from the front cover, that is Bill.
That's Bill.
Bill. Bill.
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah, that's how they say his name.
Yeah.
He's very pragmatic and
he is.
And quiet and proactive.
He's very proactive. Yeah, he's like, look, we need to get the fuck out of here.
He's pretty much the character you can't really disagree with too much.
No, he's progressing the story. He's trying to get them to where they from point A to point B.
He is you in the story.
Yes.
Essentially,
yes.
He's your proxy in the story because
exactly.
he is like, okay, we gotta go. You
yes.
know what I mean? So.
We gotta get this done.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get out of here, or else we're gonna die.
Exactly.
What was your favorite like zombie moment in the movie?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot
of silly zombie moments. A lot
of ridiculous, interesting moments with the zombies that I like, and I can't remember.
One of my favorites is when the zombie with the lollipop. There's a zombie with a lollipop, and in the middle of this big zombie fight, it like motions for John West to come over, and he's like trying to talk to John West, and this is like zombie language. John West's like, I don't know what you're saying.
I liked that.
But he continues to stay there and try to get what he's saying for like a good 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just have to
like that John West is literally trying to understand what he's saying for that 5 minutes.
Oh, he is. He really is like...
You are wasting so much time.
Yeah.
Like, it's great, but it's very... it's funny.
Another thing that I really enjoy about this movie is that no two zombies look the same.
No.
They're different colors. They're different... way that skin falling off of them. It's very creative in the way that they made it, and there's also different blood. Mm-hmm. Like some zombies have like a milky type blood, or some are green.
Yeah, the milk blood's my least
favorite.
Danny
doesn't like the milk blood
because it's gross.
Yeah,
I mean it's just. When you see it, you're just like, oh, God.
Yeah.
It's just, if you got that on you, you'd be like, oh, God.
I got the milk blood on me.
I got, like, blood is one thing. Like, blood fucks you up, sure. But, like, that's supposed to represent something grosser than blood, and I can't deal with that.
Yes.
It's just even worse to me.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite kill and or gore scene? Or have you just forgotten it all at this
I
point?
haven't forgotten it all. It's just there's a lot of kills.
There is a lot. Yeah, there's
a lot.
It's 30% story, 70% gore and special effects.
There's just a lot. I feel like I remember a lot of zombies like motioning with their hands and stuff.
Yeah, there's like a lot of very human-like zombies that have intelligent zombies, if you will.
Exactly.
And they're like they I think there's some dancing.
Yes.
They try at one point. Max tries to negotiate with a group of zombies. And then they just start fighting.
It's very brief though.
It's very
brief.
They're
like, we're not negotiating with zombies.
Yes.
And it's just like, wait, but they like are over there, and you can see that they're over there, and they want to negotiate, but they weren't having it. One
of my favorite kills in the movie is a zombie gets like cut in half, and you just see the legs, and then there's a zombie that is standing right near, and the zombie, he takes his hand and he just goes like over where the legs are. It's so funny. This is such a funny movie, and if you like this kind of stuff, if you are a fan of the comedy horror splatter comedy films, definitely seek this movie out and watch it. It's low budget. It was shot on video. It looked kind of like early like Panasonic HD, not really HD, but you know if you know cameras of that age, and you know when digital films really started to come out more around this time. It was basically like the Panasonic camera. Exactly. I don't know exactly what it was, but it's not the best looking film technically.
It's better than the first.
It is much better than the first. But if you can get past that, I highly suggest this movie if you're a fan of these movies. It's also Plaga Zombie. Plaga Zombie, the first movie, was the first zombie movie filmed in Argentina.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I believe it's to be specific, Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. God, I can't. I can't even speak English that well. So
you're okay. You're good.
What about this movie was good to you?
The effects are really good. The acting's really good. There's really not.
They are pretty good.
Like, truthfully, there's not a whole hell of a lot about it that's not good about. Like, except for maybe the story is a little flimsy.
It's
zombies, so it doesn't really matter.
We're not super here for
But
that.
Everything in it is pretty good. Like, the effects are good, the acting's good. I don't know what else you could really ask for.
For this movie,
the setting looks like it could be just about anywhere.
Yeah, it's surprising. I do wonder. On IMDb, it doesn't show the budget of this film, but I do wonder what the budget was, because it seemed like they had a suburb to themselves.
They did. It seemed like that.
So I don't know if it was just like guerrilla style. They just like went out and got the shots they needed to shoot. Yeah, or if somehow they were able to get permits for these streets in this suburb. Either way, it's great, and it came out great, and it really, rewatching this really makes me want to watch the other two films in the series that came out after this, because the third one came out in 2012, and the last one came out like last year.
Right.
So I can only imagine what they look like now, and I would love to see the creative minds that made this movie make a movie in better that looks better.
Yeah.
Technically.
But still sucks, sort of.
It doesn't suck. I wouldn't say this movie sucks at all.
No, I'm not saying, but like in terms of like some film quality, it's not like the best. It's not shot in the best, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if they made one in 2012, DSLRs were out at that point.
Yeah.
So it would look pretty good. But yeah, no, what would you rate it?
I'd give it a 6. 6
out of 10? Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck. That's your favorite thing to say on the podcast. I'd give it like a 8 out of 10 probably. It's really, really enjoyable.
It is.
Because I love shit like this. This is I grew up on shit like this.
Exactly.
So yeah. So it's super enjoyable. I mean, it's just a gallery of amazing special effects.
It is.
Well, amazing. I don't know. Great special effects.
Great
special effects.
Yeah.
My favorite special effect is there is a part when a zombie is like falls on the ground, and then another zombie starts to come out of that zombie.
Mm-hmm.
So like the back of the hand starts to split open, and other fingers start to rise out of those fingers, and then it's great. It looks really good, and that's just one of my favorite things in general to see. We actually, to just go off a little for a second, I've been watching In Search of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
It's a documentary on 80s horror films. And they go through a lot of films and they show a lot of the special effects. And a lot of films have done the whole like a person coming out of the skin.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of my favorite things to see
in
a horror movie, just because I respect like how hard it probably is to make that look good. To the splitting of the skin and another thing coming out of it. Yeah, I really love that, and I love that was in this movie.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I just like listening to you talk about how much you love it.
Well, I'm glad you do. Hopefully you all do as well, and you're not just like, shut up, nerd!
No, it's the whole point of this.
Alright, so 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Plaga Zombie is a recommendation from both of us. Find it. This DVD, I looked on Amazon, it's like $35. Hopefully you can find it cheaper, because I did not pay $35 for this. No. Though it is 2 movies, so it's not super bad. Also, I would like to point out, Bill and Max are also the writer and directors of the films. I didn't know that. Yes. Super low budget. You write it, you're in it. Even if you're not a great actor, you make yourself become a great actor because you need to make your movie.
Yep. Just do it anyway.
Yes. Since it's here, quick shout out to Cadabra Records. I had this shirt on, and then I was like, what can I put in the background? Why not? This is The Raven on 7-inch vinyl. Awesome. They're a very awesome company. They do a lot of spoken word horror stories. That's it. It was there. I just wanted to say it because it was in the back.
I like that one. Because I think when we first got it, we put it on when it was raining.
We did. We got
like candles and all kinds of shit.
Yeah. We got the first one that I got from them was Lovecraft. What is it called? The Picture in the House. Yes, Picture in the House. And it was like a stormy night, and we just put it on. Had like candles lit and listened to it. Awesome. It's really great. It takes you back to like the old horror radio or like
radio dramas.
Radio dramas. Yeah, it's not a radio drama. It's just somebody reading the story. But awesome company. They do awesome things. Check them out just because they're cool. All right, so we had our most recent live stream because we're going to talk about the live streams in every episode that we do.
Why not?
We did Sleepaway Camp this past Saturday. Hell of a lot of fun. We had an awesome naughty cake for it, as we had
last naughty cake we're having.
Last naughty cake. But we had a great time. If you have not come, please join us on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Did I say it right?
Yes.
This next week, we are going to actually be doing Danny's favorite film.
Phantom of the Paradise.
Phantom of the Paradise. Which is going to be a feat for you, or a chore, I don't know what the right word is, for you to make a cake for that.
Oh, it won't be that bad.
Yeah, but do you know what you're going to make?
No, but I'm going to figure it out.
Yes. All right. So that is Saturday at 8 on the YouTube channel, Will Krupinski, youtube.com/Will Krupinski. We will have cake. Unfortunately, you won't be able to have any, but cake will be there. Watching Phantom of the Paradise and having a good old time and talking. Next week will be your choice.
Yes, it will be my choice.
We also are going to have another guest soon.
Oh, yes, we should.
Yes. We will be bringing a very awesome film that I have heard of so much, but I've never watched. That will probably be episode after this next one.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that. It's going to be nice to have a guest again.
Mm-hmm.
And enjoy movies, guys. Go watch some new movies. Go watch some old movies. Go watch some movies you never would have watched, but why not?
Suggest us some movies.
Suggest movies to us.
We love that.
We will suggest movies back to you if you are polite and cool on social media.
It's true. It's true.
Just polite. You don't need. I mean, I'm sure you're all cool. Just be polite. Don't be an asshole to us, and we'll talk to you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are awesome. Thank you to everyone that listens and or watches. Thank you to everyone that's been to the live streams. It's awesome that 20 episodes in and you guys still care. So thank you, and we will see you Saturday, or we will see you next Monday. All right, bye guys.